Greetings from English Flight Academy. Today we'll be learning the topic determiners, which is given in grade 9 and 10 of CBSE curriculum. It's an important topic, so let's delve into it. Let me explain you in detail about determiners. Determiners are the words which precede nouns, modifying them. Determiners function just like adjectives. Here in the example, few students. Few means not many. In fact, almost none. So few is a determiner here. It is preceding the noun students. What does preceding mean? It means coming before the noun. Few is written before the noun students, and that is called as a determiner. Few is called as a determiner. It's written before the noun students. In other words, determiners are used before nouns to fix or define their meanings in some way or the other. In other words, determiners are used before nouns, okay? Before nouns. They are used always before nouns, right? To fix or define their meaning in some way or the other. So this book means the book which is near. Different kinds of determiners. Determiners which classify or identify. The second one is determiners which indicate quantity or amount. For example, much sugar, many benches. Okay, much sugar. Sugar is a noun and much is a determiner. Similarly, benches is a noun and many is a determiner. Let's understand determiners which classify or identify. The first one is indefinite article. I bought a new bike yesterday. So here A is an indefinite article. As you know, A and an are called as indefinite articles. Non-specific, right? That's the reason they are indefinite articles. It's not necessary to say which, just a new bike, a new bike. So it is an indefinite article. A is an indefinite article. The second one is definite article. The car she bought is expensive. So the is a definite article there, right? I'm describing you about a particular car. The car, the, right? So particular car. The third one is demonstrative. Demonstrative adjective. Seema bought this bike yesterday. The one I'm showing you, right? This bike, the one I'm showing you. The last one is possessive. Possessive determiner or possessive adjective. How's my new bike? The one that belongs to me, my new bike. So, possessive adjective. Determiners make it very clear. For example, which particular thing we are referring to or how much of a substance we are talking about. All that is done by a determiner. So, determiners make it very clear which particular thing we are referring to or how much of a substance we are talking about. Now, determiners which indicate quantity or amount. The first one is numbers. Seema watched 2 movies yesterday. So 2 over there is a determiner. Now, quantifiers. Many students were absent on Wednesday. Many students were absent on Wednesday. Many over there is a quantifier, right? There is much sugar in the tea. So much over there is a quantifier. And these are determiners, right? Quantifiers and numbers, you know, they are indicating the quantity or amount. So they are determiners. No sugar, 4 oranges, and so on, right? So 2, many, and much. No and 4 are determiners which indicate quantity or amount. I hope it's clear. Now, the important point to be noted is determiners are always followed by a noun. Words such as some and this, followed by a noun, function as determiners. Please understand this point. Words such as some and this, followed by a noun, function as determiners. I want some juice. So some plus a noun, which is juice in this case, functions as a determiner. Some functions as a determiner. Okay? Because it's followed by a noun. That's the reason it functions as a determiner. Now, when the words some and this stand on their own, they function as pronouns. Very simple to understand. Okay? When the words some and this stand on their own, they function as pronouns. I want some. Okay, you're just showing and saying, I want some. Means maybe the juice is on the table and you're just describing and saying, I want some. So some is standing on its own here. Thus, it functions as a pronoun. I hope you understood the difference between a determiner and a pronoun. Okay. In the first example, I want some juice because it's followed by a noun, right? Some is followed by a noun. That's the reason some is a determiner there. But in this case, I want some. So over here, it is standing on its own. And that's the reason it functions as a pronoun. List of important determiners. The first one is articles a and the. Second one is demonstratives this, that, these, those. And the possessives are my, our, his, her, your, its, their, seema's, and one's. Some other determiners are much, many, many-a, each, every, some, any, few, a few, the few, little, a little, the little, all, whole, less, fewer, either, neither. I'll be dealing with each one of them in detail in part 2. So let's move on. Let's begin the Let's Talk session. Who's in the playground? Some students are still in the playground. Who is in the playground? Some students are still in the playground. Some over here is a quantifier or adjective of quantity. In a sentence, some gives a positive meaning. Please understand that. Okay? In a sentence, some gives a positive meaning. Who was in the playground? There wasn't any student in the playground. Who was in the playground? There wasn't any student in the playground. So any over here is a quantifier or adjective of quantity. In a sentence, any gives a negative meaning. Dialogue 3. Where's your friend's house? My friend's house is quite far from here. Where's your friend's house? My friend's house is quite far from here. So my over there is a possessive adjective. The worksheets are given over here. You can solve them and write the answers in the comments section. Or you can mail them to me so that I can personally mark your worksheets. Remember, my dear students, practice alone makes perfect. Okay, practice makes perfect. The first exercise is fill in the blanks with articles a and the. Second one is fill in the blanks with demonstratives. What are demonstratives? This, that, these, those. The third one is fill in the blanks with possessives. Possessives are my, your, their, her, our, etc. And the last one is fill in the blanks with determiners. Some, each, every, any, many, few, etc. That's all for today. See you next week. Keep smiling. Happy learning.